Gomukhasana. You can probably tell by all these options that we're working in the outer hip. So get in there. Any relaxed hand position, shoulder position. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply and slowly. Try to rest in the position, even though it's pretty intense. If you're seated, I don't know why, for me at least, I think for most people it would feel good to rock a little bit. But holding stillness is amazing and rare. If you're on your back, you can stay right there. If you're seated, we're going to switch sides. Just because you did something on one side doesn't mean that if it hurts you on the other side, you have to stay in. So if you come in here and you're like, ooh, wow, my knee feels weird, just don't stay here. Just come into an easy cross-legged or whatever. Rock the baby. Just don't force your knees to do anything. It's not ahimsa. It's not non-violence. Close your eyes. Slow, deep breaths. Release your pose. If you're on your back, you can just flip over. We're going to come onto our bellies. Come onto your belly. Take a few breaths to rest in any arm position, head position that feels good. Feel the breath on the inhale, just really filling up your back, lower back, hips. And on the out breath, feel those areas just relax into gravity. We're going to work on a variation of half frog pose. So, again, I probably told you this about 6 or 7,000 billion times, but don't do anything that hurts you. So I'll give you some options. So for this version of half frog, you're going to open that leg out. This is my left leg. And it's tempting to have the foot kind of close to the butt, but you want to have the shin and ankle in line with the knee. And this is a pretty big stretch for some people. So the kicker here is that, can you see, you don't have to answer me, but can you see that when I move my shirt, there's some air there under my leg? That's not the way the pose is supposed to be done. It has to be down. So for me, I have to lift my torso up and then kind of roll it toward the extended out leg a little bit. Otherwise, my body's all wonky. So you just don't want to do that. You want to have your hips even. That's pretty much the instruction. If this feels wrong for your body, well, it's probably not going to feel great for most people's bodies. But if it feels like you're going to hurt yourself here, then you can come onto your back. And extend one leg or have the knee bent, and then the leg that's out, this is my left leg, you can kind of cradle it, almost like a baby rocking position. And then anything with your head, neck, arms, shoulders. 5 more cycles of breath. Slowly undo that. If you're on your back, just roll from side to side a little bit. If you're on your belly, roll your hips out, and we're going to do the other side. So for me, I'll go sideways now that you know what we're doing. Instinct would be, for me anyway, would be kind of like this, which feels good. I mean, once in a while I can fall asleep like this, not on this side, but the other side. But we're doing this. So right away, you can't see it, but there's space here. That's why my body is turned toward the camera. So I'm going to inhale and lift up a little bit. And on the exhale, I'm going to twist my, not too much, it's just enough, subtle. Everything's subtle here. And knee, the shin, the ankle. If you're on something hard, you'll probably want to cushion your knee. And then relax. Slow, deep breaths. Just undo that. Rock your hips out a little bit. And then if you're on your back, you might want to flip over for this part. Bend your knees and just let your legs rock from side to side. And then you're going to roll over onto your right side and have your head in any position that feels good. We're going to get a little quad stretch. Front of the leg, hip, belly, shoulders, chest. 5 breaths. You can undo that. Let your leg come up. Flex the foot, hold on to your thigh, to your calf, to your toe, or of course the strap is an option. 5 breaths. The bottom leg can do whatever feels good. And then release. We're going to be using that same leg. Come onto your back. Man, time really flies when you're accessing your hips. Let that leg that you had up in the air, the knee is going to be in towards you. The other leg can be bent or it can be straight. So totally up to you. We're going to make some nice hip circles. Big, exaggerated circles, unless you feel like your hip is going to pop out of the socket or something, and then just make teeny tiny circles. Lead from the hip and the knee, not from the foot if you can. Take one more breath here. Go the opposite way. Relax. Take a moment. We're going to do that on the other side. So roll over onto your other side. Don't try that at home. going to go for the quad stretch. Bottom leg can do whatever feels good. And then leg up. And then you'll come onto your back for those hip circles. So the same leg that's up in the air is going to be the one that you're circling. Just a couple of breaths in each direction. And then Shavasana. So you can be flat on your back, but right now legs up a wall would feel so good. You can use the strap or be on a block or a bolster or a ball, but you don't want to do any work during Shavasana because Shavasana is the corpse pose. Self-explanatory. You just want to relax and do nothing. So once you come into your position, close your eyes. Just surrender to the breath without trying to change the breath. Just let the breath be. Watch the breath. And then start to do a scan of the physical body. Bones, all the soft tissues, the muscles, the skin, from toe to head, head to toe, without judging. Just smile inside at your ability to take a moment of your life to focus on your breath, to focus on your self-care. If you're up on a block or if your knees are, if your hips are at the wall, you can just let your knees come in toward your chest. If you're flat on your back, let your knees come in toward your chest. Just give yourself a great big hug, gratitude and appreciation. And with your eyes still closed, roll off to your favorite side. Gently press yourself up to a seat. And your palms to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. You are peace, you are love, you are light, you are supported, you are loved. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, peace, peace, peace. May the peace of this practice be with you today and every day. The highest in me honors the highest in you. Namaste.